Be a real quick meeting if we don't get quorum.
Yeah. Okay, so none of our attendees look like there are
No.
commissioners. So Joel and Hetty, Barbara was just saying that, which property, Railroad Street? Railroad Street declined to
Yeah, yeah.
extend, so the only property before us is Bridge Street.
What happened to Railroad Street?
So they needed to be, the decision had to be issued within a certain amount of time, and in order to extend that time, you have to get written permission from the property owner, and they declined to do so, which means that the demolition is constructively granted. They get the demolition because we were unable to hold a hearing in time,
Oh,
Yeah.
which does happen on occasion.
that was in pretty rough shape anyways, that barn.
Yeah, in fact, the building commissioner was very eager to get them to take it down.
Okay.
I just heard from Pat is not coming.
Okay.
So I don't know about Kenzie or
Yeah, and they're new and they might have missed
yeah.
this being
Did
out of
you
cycle
did
of
you
our
send out a
regular.
calendar thing for this meeting, Walker? Like, add it to the calendar so that it sends a
You send
reminder,
it as an Outlook, Outlook
something
Oh,
like that.
holds hands with Gmail and
I
Yeah.
could, yeah. I
I
haven't
I think
typically done
when
that,
in
but yeah.
doubt, always resend, because I just find the town website really hard to find things that I need
Yes.
in a hurry. Um,
that's true.
uh, and I actually only realized we had a meeting tonight by looking at the Amherst Bulletin, not the Amherst Bulletin, the one of the weekly meeting things.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, Hetty is the one who keeps me on schedule. So
Yeah, I think
Thomas didn't
the
have me either.
rescheduling it,
Yeah, I
um,
just think,
Yeah,
and that may be why other people
easier.
aren't here
Yeah.
tonight, because they simply are not going to know unless you treat us as if we're, 5-year-olds or something. And I don't mean
well,
that.
yeah, and I think the Outlook helps too because, if there's a change or if it's canceled, you can do all of that with, I mean, I don't like Outlook as kind of like a, outdated program, but I do use it at work, and I think its calendar function is pretty effective in that regard to like kind of
Yeah.
keep everybody on the same page. You can put the Zoom info in there, you can attach documents, which is really helpful.
Yeah, that's what we use at work too, and it does work.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, I
so
can
we're
start doing
making
that.
that going forward. How long do we usually wait before we call a meeting?
I mean, I don't know if anybody has their contact info. Um,
I don't have anybody's number,
yeah, and they should have got the emails already, so
right?
let's give them till at least 7:15 or
Yeah,
7:20.
that's what I would say, 7:15.
And then
But is there any business we can do or while we wait?
um
We don't have a quorum,
yeah.
I know.
so I don't think so.
I took some photographs of the art barn at UMass. That's going to
Mhm.
come down, presumably.
Sounds like it because they're not subject to the delay, so
Right, right.
Are they requesting time in front of us?
no, they just sent the project notification form to MHC and we got a copy.
Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, since it's
Do we
on the
get
campus.
MHC's response?
I haven't seen a response yet.
Okay.
It's interesting, like, obviously it was a much bigger building, but when the big horse barn that's now on North Pleasant Street that they moved opposite presidential apartments, that was, I'm trying to remember when that was moved, but the art barn is a like a mini version of that big horse
Yeah.
barn, but
Yeah.
much less ornate, much less
Yeah.
ornate, but with a nice gambrel roof, and it'll be a shame to see it go because everything around it is sort of fairly high tech, kind of boxy, or greenhouses. It's an interesting part of campus that is, you have to really know your way around to find.
Where is it on campus?
The best way I can describe it is that it's near the parking garage, but on the other side of the street behind the Stockbridge, the original Stockbridge building. So the
Mhm.
Alcoa Auditorium is. So if you
Mhm,
kind
mhm.
of drop down from behind the
Okay.
theater, you're sort of in the neighborhood. Um, like, yeah. But obviously at one point it was used by artists, by art
Right.
students.
Yeah, it's very interesting history, that.
Yeah. But it's a sign of the rural origins of the campus, and I don't think anyone's good. I mean, I'm just talking now because, here we are waiting for
Well,
our
yeah, and
waiting
technically
for
it's
our
not going to
commissioners.
come before us, so it's
Yeah,
really.
exactly. So I can just shoot my mouth off. But it's just I was just thinking the other day, like, what does it take for people to come to campus and not realize, that there are buildings that date from a time period when the university was serving a largely agricultural society that was transitioning to an industrial
Right.
society, and that that won't be something that we will read in the buildings. We might access it.
South Hall does, they did a good job preserving South Hall.
Was that?
They did a good job
They
preserving
did,
South
yes.
Hall. And that's
Yes, those are
really speaks
beautiful.
to it. And
Those,
there's a couple other, there's the one outside, the little buildings outside, one of the, which, eating hall, uh, as you drive through the center of campus. Like there's if you're driving north towards you, Hetty, and you've
mm,
got the campus center on your left. On the right, there's a small agricultural or a small old small building in front of, I think it's Webster Hall or something like that. And there's another one to the right that I think connects into Letterly. These two,
okay.
they're very diminutive buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting. I mean, it was so fascinating when Joel and Hetty and I went to the Docomomo, which is documenting modern, I can't remember. It's basically the group that focuses on modernist construction and brutalism. So all that concrete on the UMass campus is brutalist architecture. And I attended a session that talked about how, because when you look at the UMass campus, you're like, where and why did all these cement buildings come up? Right. That's really the image of the campus. I mean, it's shifting a little bit now as new construction gets built. And it was because in the late 60s and early 70s, there was this population boom of college students. And so there was a lot of federal money out there to help colleges, particularly land grant colleges, expand to absorb this big, I don't know if it was part of the baby boom. And that was also the moment for brutalist architecture. So it's a really great example of like understanding architectural history, understanding what we would call the context. The context wasn't that people necessarily liked brutalism, but it was the architecture of the era. And it was a moment when the money came in. And that's a lot of times what you see is, what pushes, the construction of a town. Well, if a factory goes up, and there are a lot of jobs, and then you're going to have a lot of housing, and that housing is going to reflect the architecture of the day. So the same sort of thing. The campus center is constructed by, is it Marcel Brewer? Is that right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
so.
mean, it's, really pretty substantial architect. And I was laughing at this session that, that UMass had yet again redone its logo featuring the chapel, which I think is, one of the least representative buildings of the campus. And I was like, it's time for us to stand with the brutalism.
Although, Robin, it's interesting with the chapel. The chapel has been through some really interesting restoration and preservation.
Oh,
issues.
absolutely.
It's kind of served like 3 or 4 different functions, really different functions.
Yes, no, I mean, I
So
think,
in a way, I understand why they keep hanging on to it, but
right, but I just think it's like, you
you're
know,
right.
visually, I think it's okay to embrace that architectural period.
Yeah. Well, what's the time now?
It
7:15.
is
I don't think
7:15.
anybody's coming, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they missed the memo.
Yeah.
So do you have somebody from Bridge Street in the attendees? Do we want to let them in?
Yeah,
Just tell
so
them-
Ben
Zach
here,
has got his hand up. Oh, hand down.
what we need to do is request a continuation of the hearing, and we're gonna need that in writing from you. So I will send you an email tomorrow.
I'm waiting for me.
No, from the homeowner.
Oh, okay. Who is the homeowner?
Zach, are you the homeowner? I can let them,
Yeah, can you let Zach in?
yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Zach.
Yeah,
Apologies
thank
for
you.
the confusion here.
Okay. Yeah, request a continuation for a meeting. Okay,
Yeah, so I can send you an email tomorrow
sure.
and you can just confirm, and then we can reschedule this. Uh,
What's our deadline on this particular permit?
I'm gonna remember, I can look it up right quick. But if we have a written request for continuation, we can go past the deadline.
Oh, okay.
So it's just what time works for everybody.
Okay. And do we have a date scheduled for our October meeting?
We do not yet.
Okay. We probably should, eh?
That would be a thing to do.
I think that would be a good thing to do to
Okay.
get it scheduled. So
So, oh yeah, the hearing for this one was due tonight, so we will, it was due tomorrow, so we will need
Okay.
the extension.
Can I just ask, since we're getting into the colder months with the proposed construction, hypothetically, if there isn't a quorum next time, how do these things proceed?
Then you could deny the extension. You could make the choice to deny the extension.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So the applicant has the right to
Applicant has
say,
the right to say he doesn't want
fire
to.
today, don't want to go forward.
Mhm.
So that's up to you, Zach.
Okay.
You can either request an extension or I guess then it was of tomorrow, it would be constructively granted. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
then
see.
we don't have a say in it at that point. And then
Okay,
it would
sure.
go on to your special permit hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, thanks for coming.
yeah,
No problem. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Um, so the 13th or you
The
want to do 2
13th
weeks
is
or
a
3 weeks?
holiday,
Oh yeah, we do the 13th.
is the only thing. Although we do usually, I guess the 6th is pretty soon out.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you want me to
aside from
hold?
this project, which may or may not get extended, we don't have anything.
Okay.
to do at the
Let
moment,
me,
so.
can I share my screen with you guys for a second?
sure.
Mhm.
So I think you need to give me some permissions
Mhm.
there.
Good work.
Oh. All right. Can you all see this poll in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my preferred polling platform. And I know that Joel tried to respond, and and then I didn't hear from anybody else. So, I just wanted to go through with Hattie and Walker and, Joel to walk you through. Basically, you click on the link, it should bring you here. I had the barn at the wrong address, but, you type in your name. And then when you come over to each of these boxes, you can choose, green is like totally fine, red is I can't do it, yellow is just if you have a date that you can do, but you don't prefer. And then, question mark is just not voting, right? So, you would just click all your choices. I don't know why it's looking black and white. Hold on, let me just like, should look, that's
Hello,
better. There we
me.
go. So you click your choices all the way across. Like that. And then you have to click save. That's this little button under your name is what makes it go through. And now you can see Hetty's votes have been recorded. So, hopefully that's helpful. I'd like to be able to use this as we go forward to either schedule meetings or site visits. It makes it easier for me to, because then I can look on and see how many people line up, and it's just a cleaner platform than Doodle, which I know people are familiar with. But that's basically it. This little save button, that's key.
Robin, did you send that to me? Because I didn't get it. If you sent it to me.
Okay, I thought I did. I thought I sent it to everybody, but maybe something happened in the interim. But in
I
any
would-
regard, just so going forward,
Yeah, it's what it looks like.
what it looks like, how you click, what your choices are, and the fact that you put your name in, you have to click save. That's kind of basically it.
Okay,
And
whatever works for you, boss.
yeah, thanks. Do you want me to pull people on a meeting date, Walker?
Sure. Yeah, any Monday other than the 13th is fine in October. So,
Okay,
and we don't have a new hearing, so we could do it as early as next week because I don't have to post,
okay,
a legal ad or anything. So.
okay. And I see that there's 2 attendees, so just for people in the audience, just a reminder that we didn't actually have a public hearing or a public meeting here today. So let the record show.
Yeah.
Basically it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get
And I
it.
would just say that I'm submitting the 2 CPA applications tomorrow for the historical,
Okay, great.
the more headstone restoration,
Oh,
because
okay,
they've been doing a good job, but there's a lot more to do.
okay,
And relocating the Civil War tablets and ensuring that the room actually works to preserve them and like is
Right.
set up to
right.
make
Okay,
sure they last. So,
great.
What was the first one, Walker?
a continuation of the headstone restoration work
Oh,
we've
right.
got going on
Good.
in North and
Yes,
South
yes.
Cemeteries. Yeah.
Excellent.
We're also next week going to be getting quotes for the fence in
Great.
North Cemetery.
Okay, great.
Bye.
So yeah.
Bye, everybody. Watch for an email from me. Okay, bye. Thanks for